right, so again, I'm just being glad to share this. Excuse me. So I believe it was 2018, and I had just received a call that a really close friend of mine, and we were friends for like, I don't even know, 16, 17 years, if I had to guess, was in the hospital. And he was in a coma, and my friends were letting me know. They were keeping me updated because I lived in Maryland and my friends still live in Tennessee, which is where I'm from. And they were keeping me updated. Well, he didn't make it. So that evening that he passed, now I didn't know he had passed that evening, but I had an eerie feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but in the middle of the night, I woke up because I felt like a presence there. And I swear when I woke up, I saw like something move in the shadows and it disappeared. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm just overthinking it. And I'm telling you, in 2018, stuff like that terrified me. I'm very open to stuff like that now. But back then, stuff like that terrified me. So, which meant I wouldn't have been open if he visited me in the dream back then. I'm giving you all the background details to this. I've shared a background. I've shared the story before, but in a TikTok, and TikTok videos constrict the amount of time you can record. But the point is, the times that I've told this story, I get chills every single time I tell it. But I've never gone in depth as I am going to go in depth today about it. So anywho, I woke up the next morning, and my friends confirmed his passing. And as expected, it's hard receiving news. Even though we know that death is a promise and death is coming, it's still hard to hear the news that someone you're really close to has passed. So at this time in my life, I was a runner. I was really into running for a workout. I went for a run and tried to clear my head. That didn't work. I was in this period of life, I did not know how to deal with my emotions the best way. So I would do everything to avoid having to cry or deal with them or whatever have you. So a few hours later, I decided, let me go ahead and make a post about this on Facebook or social media. Do like a tribute to him. Now, I want to point it out there again that he lived in Tennessee and unfortunately never had the chance to come visit me and meet my friends that live in Maryland, the DMV. And so that means I have friends in the DMV area that never had the opportunity to meet him either. Keep that in mind as I'm telling the story. So I'm going on about my day of distracting myself, and I've made my post. And if I had to guess, maybe an hour or so after I made my post, one of my very close friends that I met in Maryland and had been hanging out with, became really close. We were thick as thieves. Oh, sorry, y'all. I told y'all I'm getting over this sickness. Messages me and goes, hey, she goes, I have to tell you something, but it sounds very, very weird. So I just want to know if it's okay for me to go ahead and tell you. And I was like, of course. And so she says, I was looking at the pictures that you just posted. And she said, I'm pretty sure that your friend visited me in the dream last night. Now, as soon as she said that, I'm just not panicking. I don't want to say panicking. I get chills and I get scared. Again, back then I was still coming to, these type of instances. She goes, I battled with sharing it with you. She was like, but when I had the dream last night, I kept it to myself. I didn't know if I should share. She said, but once you posted the pictures of him, it confirmed that he looks exactly like the guy who visited me in my dream last night. And so she goes on to describe the dream. And she explains that we were at this gathering. She describes the house. I've been to his house before. It's definitely his house. She describes the dog that she played with when she was at the party. It's his dog that I've seen before. She describes him and his personality. That's my friend. I'm getting teary-eyed all over again telling this story. Every single time I tell this story, I get this way. But I know for a fact it's him because the things that she's describing is our friendship wrapped up in one. And there's things that he knew she could relate to deliver the message to her. One, we went to his house for a gathering / house party. That's all his name was Nick. Me and Nick did during our friendship. We had gatherings at our friends' houses or we were at somebody's party. And two, my friend, the one who's delivering the message to me, is obsessed with animals. Like, she loves dogs. Any animal, she's obsessed with it. So he knew that his dog was a way to get her attention. And I'm going to get there in a second. So to continue on with the dream, she said we were at this, or she was at a house party with him. She doesn't know if I was there or not. And I can't remember if she said that she was playing with his dog or she like threw a ball or something and the dog brought it back to her. Something happened to where she went and approached the dog and he was with the dog or walked up to the dog. And he looks at her, he says, "Hey, you're Char's friend, right?" Mind you, Nick never met her when he was on Earth. You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with this? So this is God. He never met her. She never met him. Anyways, continuing with the message. And she goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Can you look out for her for me, please?" He said, "Can you look out for her for me, please?" I wasn't expecting to cry like this, y'all. And these are happy tears. These are happy tears. I'm just amazed because while he was transitioning, he still made sure I was good. He still made sure I was protected as he was transitioning. This is so touching in so many ways, but just to give you a little more background, Nick was he actually worked as a bouncer, throughout some of the jobs he had while he was here on Earth. And we would always joke about him being our personal bodyguard because he was really tall and like a big stature. So if I had to guess, he's probably about like, I don't know, 6'5", 6'4", and was about almost 300 pounds. So But he was the most gentle, kind person, even though he was so big and tall. So we used to always joke with him about being our gentle teddy bear, but at the same time, being our bodyguard, you know? And while he was transitioning, he wanted me to know that even when he wasn't here in the physical, he was still looking out for me. He wanted me to know that he was still watching over me and making sure that I had people looking out for me when he was not here. And I just think that's so beautiful. And as you can't tell me that that's not God. You can't tell me that is not God. Like, I don't know how anyone cannot believe in God with things like this. I really did not expect to cry like that. I guess because I haven't talked about it in a while, but that's by far one of my favorite God stories, right? But my point for saying all of this was where I just lost my train of thought, y'all. Let me gather myself. Hold on one second, y'all. That's what it was. That visitation with my friend by him confirmed for me that he is indeed one of my guardian angels or spirit guide, whatever you want to call it. He is 100% with me at all times. And there's been some dumb stuff I've done that he saved me from. There's been some, car accidents that could have taken me out that he's been there for. I know for a fact he's been there. And a few years later, once I was in a different place spiritually and open to accepting him visiting me, he did come to me in a dream. And again, I was at somebody's party. That was me and Nick's friendship here on Earth. I was at somebody's kickback, and I look up in the corner, and he's sitting in the corner, wearing all white, playing the drums, smiling at me. And I don't remember hearing the music, but I just remember him having this huge smile on his face while he was looking at me. Yeah. Which, ironically, he played the drums at his church here on Earth. So I just think it's so interesting how he incorporates things that he did on Earth in the instances he's either talked to me through others or has come to me, But that felt very freeing and relieving to share, but it was different this time telling it. Anywho, there, as I said towards the beginning of this video, there have been a lot more instances where God has allowed people who have passed on to visit me. So I know that I have other spirit guides that are loved ones that passed on that have also visited me. I can share those stories in separate videos. I just think it's so powerful, and I think that when they visit us in dreams, those dreams are not just dreams. I think they're real. So yeah, that is what I've been feeling led to share with you all for what feels like a week, and it may have been a week now since I was in the bed sick for 3 days. And I'm happy that I decided to share it. I don't know if this will help someone else who maybe just lost a loved one or is scared of the idea of a loved one visiting them. Just know that it's always a sense of comfort and peace, and it's not scary at all. It's very comforting, and it reminds you that God is real and God is with you. And yeah. Anyhow, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for taking time out of your day to sit and watch this video. I really appreciate it, and I'm enjoying this community that I'm building, and enjoying the things that I'm sharing. If you enjoyed this, liking, commenting, subscribing, or sharing with someone you know it may help, does help me. And until the next video, bye y'all.